Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be doing a get ready with me because I'm going to Chili's later and I never do anything social, so this is a beautiful event for me. I said good morning, but really it is 3:42 p.m. and I just haven't done anything today, so it feels like morning for me. I would like to make a little introduction to what is going on. So for those of you who don't know me, I have like issues, in case you couldn't tell. But it was suggested to me to do this and like make a YouTube channel and like post TikToks and stuff as a sort of like rejection therapy or like what do you call it? I guess it's more like exposure therapy to like being embarrassed and not loved by everyone, which I'm just not used to. JK guys. But yeah, so if you see this and you know me, ignore it. Or actually honestly don't, because that might make it worse for me. If like nobody recognizes that I'm doing this, that might honestly make it worse. But this is a practice of rejection therapy, so reject me if you must. Reject me if you must. Okay, first things first, we're gonna turn on our old. Ooh, she's looking sickly, she's looking disgusting, she's looking bad. First things first, I'm gonna shape up my eyebrows because I got my mom's eyebrows. Thanks, Mom. So as I mentioned previously, I'm getting ready to go to Chili's with one of my friends, and I never do anything social, but this is an opportunity for me to be big, and big is something that I am often. So that is good for me. Sadly, I will not be taking you to Chili's today. I am sort of soft launching the idea of doing this rejection therapy thing to my own life. Soft launching it, I feel like, is a good way of making sure that I'm just like getting used to not having anxiety about like being in public and like being embarrassed. I feel like if I went all the way and I just started vlogging in public right now, I would just kind of like pass away, and that's not the goal. That's actually the opposite of the goal. So for now, you'll just be sitting with me in my room, which is cleaned right now. It is not typically as clean as it is, but today we are doing things that we have been putting off. For example, my eyebrows. But you know what? Honestly, I think I'm done with that because they're just meant to be wild and free. You know, they're not meant to be tamed. I'm assuming also if you're watching this, you're someone that knows me and you're doing it to like, be like, oh, what is this girl from high school up to? This, same thing. Still being socially awkward, still not knowing how to act around people. And you know what? That really is okay. I'm also out of primer and moisturizer and any of the things that I put on my skin before doing makeup. So we're just kind of going for that grungy, dirty look today. I've also been loving this breakout that I'm having recently. Me saying that as if my skin hasn't been breaking out every second of every day since I've been like 12. I'm also always like, why is my skin so bad? But I have one of like these little things, and I did just put it directly on the acne that I'm talking about and then put it on other places on my face. So like I wonder, one thing you will probably quickly notice about me is that I don't have that like clean girl aesthetic, and that's not me being like, God, ew, clean girl aesthetic, you guys are from the... I wish I had that. I wish I had the mental capacity to like be clean girl, but that's not me. And also I feel like the clean girl makeup style looks weird on me. I say that literally, this blush that I'm using is red face paint. As I was saying, clean girl aesthetic is pretty much out the window, and I'm fine with that for myself, but I love it when other girls do it because it just looks so like clean. In case you guys can tell, I'm a scholar with all of these intelligent comments that I've been making so far. I also know you're all probably sitting here thinking, Cassie, you just said that it's 3:50 p.m. and you haven't done anything yet today, but this is being filmed on a Tuesday. Don't you have class because you're in college? I did. I just didn't go. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to take that back. One of my classes got canceled because the professor is sick. I just didn't go to the other one, the second one, because I don't like that class. And I figured, why would I go to that class when the class that I actually do like isn't happening and I could just be like sitting at home? You know? I'm also really not understanding why this is looking so bad. Guys, I promise I'm usually good at makeup. Well, for those of you who don't know me in real life, I was in fact emo when I was 12, 13, 14, 15. I am 19 right now, but I was in that phase for a really long time, and honestly, maybe it wasn't a phase because so many of those emo makeup habits and skills transferred into now. So I would say that this is pretty much as normal as it's gonna get, and anything from here on out is going to kind of look like, basically like it did when I was 14, because I'm incapable of change. You know what, actually that's not true. That's the whole point of me making this video, and hopefully other videos if I stick to my guns. It's so that I can change to be the best version of myself. Another thing that I'm really struggling with right now is I'm not used to seeing my forehead out on camera. So this is really, it's concerning to me looking at this in the mirror. Guys, usually I'm hilarious, but I'm just not feeling that today. Can y'all see that? So let's throw it back to a couple minutes ago when I said that I am too lazy to commit to the clean girl aesthetic. This is a really good example of this. The way that I just went to contour my nose with this little brush that I only use to contour my nose, and yet somehow there was black eyeshadow on it. I don't know when that got there. I don't know why it's on there, but you know what? My nose contour is just gonna be really fierce today. I also am really generally nervous and jumpy right now at every sound that happens because yesterday about 12 people from the maintenance team in my apartment complex broke into my apartment yesterday, and they sent a notice that was like, somebody is looking at buying this apartment complex. Thank God. First of all, let's talk about that. Hopefully somebody buys it and makes it better, because right now it's like they're really just not trying. So the potential buyers are coming in and touring it. So they're gonna start from the first floor and work their way up. So you need to have any animals locked away, and you also need to have it like cleaned so that they can really get a good look of like what the building and all the units look like. And that was supposed to be happening on Monday, and then they would go up a floor each day is what the vibe of that email was. And mind you, we are on the 4th floor. So tell me why yesterday, Monday, I woke up, it was 10 a.m. The crack of dawn, 10 a.m. I get a knock on my door. And I could hear a man's voice, and they go, maintenance. And I was like, ugh. But I was in my pajamas, and so I was like, I'm gonna like change, because my pajamas are not really something that I want to be in front of these maintenance people. So I quick throw something on, and then I hear them outside. I hear at least 4 voices outside my bedroom door meowing at our cat. And they were like, meow, meow, ooh, kitty, there's a kitty, how cute, meow. And they're meowing at him, and I can tell that that's like freaking him out, because why are these strangers in our apartment? And he's not confined anywhere, because once again, it's Monday, and we weren't supposed to be getting our inspection until like Thursday or something. But I was like, whatever. I opened my bedroom door, and the guy goes, oh, you're in here? And I was like, yes, I do live here. I thought this was happening on Thursday for the 4th floor. And he was like, oh, the people who wanted to come in and look at everything decided that they actually wanted to start from the top floor and go down and knock it all out as fast as possible. Oh, so you're in my house right now, and you actually didn't give me notice that this was going to be changing. And he was like, yeah, we didn't have time for the notice. Make time. Girl, I was so irritated. All right, guys, do I look pretty? Thank you. I know you all just shouted yes in unison. You said, yes, Cassie, you look so beautiful. The people at Chili's are ready. Next, I would usually do my eyebrows, but the pencil broke, and no matter what happens, I just cannot get it to sharpen. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do my eyebrows with black eyeshadow. I was just having a conversation with this lady the other day about how it's kind of unfair that kids now are like skipping the ugly phase, and they're automatically going into like actually knowing how to do their makeup and knowing how to dress themselves, and like not looking just like generally musty like most people in my generation did. And the topic of my little cousin came up. And guys, I don't think you understand. I'm not gonna name drop her, but she actually is, she's like very pretty, and she's like really put together with like the way she presents herself and stuff. And as I'm sitting here doing my eyebrows with black eyeshadow, I'm thinking about how much that actually pisses me off. Because what do you mean she had to sit through, and she was also like, she was cognitive during my ugly phase. You know what I mean? Like, she probably remembers that, and that really irritates me, because it's like, what do you mean you saw my ugly phase and you thought, matter of fact, cut the cameras. You thought, you know what, we're just gonna skip that part, and we're just gonna go straight to like looking like a person. Okay guys, does that look any different? I don't know, but it looks different in my heart. You know what I mean? Like, I feel more like, oh my gosh, what the frick is that? Oh my god, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, help. What TF, guys? I don't know if you can see that, but I have like this weird fat little pimple thing in my waterline, and I just stabbed it with my eye pencil like a genius. Everybody vote for me, top makeup artist of 2026, Jesus. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the same thing we do with all my problems. We're gonna paint right over it, babe. Okay, it's hidden by the black. We're good, guys. False alarm. I thought I was gonna have to cancel my entire trip to Chili's over this one imperfection in the way that I look. But thankfully, I'm still flawless. That was almost scary. Your favorite perfect, flawless, beautiful influencer, me, almost had an imperfection going out in public. How do I look, guys? With this eyeliner, do I look like Fat Miley Cyrus? One of my friends watching that on TikTok. I know you're gonna clock that. Love you, girl. Literally, she's the one I'm going to get Chili's with. Oh. Embarrassing. I know she's gonna clown me for this so hard. I'm working on myself, okay? I'm restricting myself to just using this palette today, because I know if I let myself use anything else, I'm gonna end up doing too much, and then I'm gonna look a fool in the Chili's. Oh, awesome. Are you guys sure you're okay? What just happened there was my camera fell off of its spot on my mirror, so I'm gonna put you guys back up there. Please stay where you're supposed to. Uh-oh. Guys, every time I use this color, I forget it kind of just makes me look like I have a fat black eye. That's all right. This is starting to look buns, so I'm gonna cut the camera and I'm gonna come back when it looks a little better, okay? Okay, guys, I promise it's looking better in real life. It doesn't look quite there yet on camera, and so I'm just gonna cover it all with mascara and hope that that helps with a little something. But my friend did just text me and push back the time that we're meeting, so that actually works perfect for me so I can get my crop together. This water is not hitting for me. I'm gonna go get a Diet Coke. I can't do this. Maybe the next thing that I'll tackle after I get over this whole like rejection therapy, anxiety, whatever thing is my addiction to Diet Coke. Because let me tell you something. The amount of these that I consume in a day, not good. Couldn't possibly be good for me. I know that when I'm saying that, I sound like, you know, I'm so quirky. I need Diet Coke. It's very much like, I can't adult today before I've had my coffee. Except that I'm being so for real when I say that. Like, it genuinely, I feel like sometimes I can't function. Like, if I go to work and I haven't drank soda that day, it feels like I'm like lethargic. And like, it's not, like I'm not feeling well. Luckily, I work in a restaurant. I'm a server, so I do have access to like free fountain drinks, and we have Diet Coke at the restaurant that I work at. But I don't know when this addiction started, but it's good. I used to hang out with one of my friends after school before I could drive, and we would walk from the school to the dollar store, and we would buy a bag of Funyuns, and we would buy a Monster each, because they always had like a buy one get one half off deal at the Dollar Tree. And so I would get that for us, and we would sit out on the curb, or we would sit in the local laundromat, and we would drink our Monsters, and we would eat, between the two of us, that entire bag of Funyuns. And we would do that, I would say, probably 4 out of 5 days of the school week. And that, you know what, looking back on it, the way that I'm like, why is my skin so bad? It's honestly, I'm probably still facing the repercussions for doing that for as long as I did. Also, my sharpener that I use for like my lip liner and my eyeliner and stuff, it's literally a children's pencil sharpener. It broke, and now it lodged shards of wood into all of my items. It's okay though, because every time a little piece of wood stabs me, I just think of it as like little, like, what's those like little micro needle things that you poke to get your skin to be more like luscious and stuff, and like the blood flowing to your lips. That's just how I choose to think of it. Maybe this one? No, okay. When I do my waterline dark like this and I put on this specific lipstick, I look like the ugly stepsister from Shrek or whatever she is, like the barmaid lady. I think we're gonna go with Spice. I think that's the vibe for today. Guys, I think that might have been a mistake. I usually use my other lip liner if I use that lipstick. Damn! Why does it look like that on camera? Oh, yikes, you guys. Okay, let's see if we can save this with my Holy Grail a little bit. Put it just in the middle. I feel like that did nothing. Except my Holy Grail. It's okay. It doesn't look that bad in real life, guys. Do you believe me? Ooh. I think it's time we move on. We fix whatever's going on with my hair. You see this here? This 90-degree angle? It's not supposed to look like that. Let's go fix it. Okay, guys, I just put dry shampoo in my hair, and it low-key just fixed itself. So, I think I'm just gonna stick with hair like this. I was gonna like maybe put my extensions in or like put it up, but I feel like this is giving enough for today. So y'all know what that means. Time to pick the outfit, the part that takes me the longest, believe it or not, after I just did my makeup for 40 minutes. Okay guys, so this is the current fit, and this simply will not do. So we're gonna turn over to my Holy Grail of closets here. Do you remember when I said that I've been doing things that I've been avoiding today? Ignore that basket of clean laundry. And I also have more in the washer. And I have a vision in my mind of what outfit to put together, but we all know how that goes. So I'll try it on and I'll let you guys know what I think. Alrighty guys, finished look. You're finished getting ready with me. We have the makeup, we have the hair, we have the jewelry. I put on some nice little rings along with my nails. Rings on this side. I have on my little non-functioning watch that I love so dearly. Put on some classic silver hoops. You know what they say, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the appetite, okay, babe? This Chili's better look out for me because mama is hungry. I have necklaces. I was gonna wear something chunkier, but it was making me look a little bit more like grungy, like kind of like emo-y than I would like to look today. Nothing wrong with that look, but just not what I'm going for at the moment. So I just went with something cute. And then this is the rest of the fit. Big black boots, long socks, my long jorts, my little zip up. Me being perfect. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this far. If you did, participating with me in my rejection therapy, exposure therapy to being embarrassed. I don't know. We'll see how this works, guys. I need to keep posting for it to work, so if you want to stay caught up with me, that's great. If not, you're helping me with my rejection therapy. So, thank you guys. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.